So Kenya Barris, he created the show Blackish. He has the other show Mixedish, and he also have this show on Netflix called BlackAF. Now, shout out to Sister Neath Knight. She had gave her take on this on our main channel, our main news channel, talking about this show. But I want to talk about Kenya Barris a little bit because people have been coming at him saying that he is colorist and he's practicing colorism in this particular show. So ever since this show came out, he's been in controversy and he's been responding to people saying that all of the people in the show is fair complected. So he said that telling him that he is a colorist person or practicing colorism doesn't apply to him, and you should not be coming at him in that way at all. And this is his reason why. He said, this is based on my family. You understand? His family. Now, if we look at a picture of his family, his wife, Raina, well, they was going through a divorce. Raina, she is an anesthesiologist. She is, biracial. She has a black parent, white parent, etc. And you see his kids, okay? So then you look at the family he put up on BlackAF. So that looks very similar to what he has in his life. So he said he went on T.I.'s show and he said that she's playing a version of that character. My kids, what Rashida and I could produce, look like those kids who are amazing. He said, and I talked about like informing ourselves a little bit more. So he continued to say, I think everyone's experience and everyone's opinion in terms of, colorism, he said, are real. He said, and I understand that. But if you just dug a little bit underneath the surface, you would understand that this is based upon its biographical. He said, I was just trying to duplicate a version of what my family was. Now, I said the cast of the show was announced late last year, and the colorism accusations quickly followed a new wave of criticism when it premiered in April. Okay. So he said, I'm somewhat of a dark-skinned dad. Nah, I wouldn't consider you dark-skinned. I would consider you medium tone. I'm dark-skinned. Okay. He said a light-skinned mom. He said mixed kids narrative that's supposed to represent the black family. He said Kenya Barris literally writes the same narrative, but with different actors and actresses. Reads one person's tweet. He said he really tried it with BlackAF. He said, now Barris told T.I. that he wants people to give him honest feedback of BlackAF, but he also wants them to research and learn why he chose the specific actors and actresses. Okay. So with that being said, it'd be kind of hard for him. If he based off his life and the picture that we saw, then yeah, that would be kind of making sense, basically. I mean, how would he cast a dark-skinned woman and his wife isn't dark-skinned, or his children be real dark-skinned, or whatever, and none of his kids look that way? I mean, if he's casting off his life. Now, I understand what people are saying. I understand, people like to see representation. And you look at the show Blackish, it didn't have that representation too much even in that show, because if you look at Tracy Ellis Ross, she's basically biracial, right? Anthony Anderson isn't, but she is. Then you look at, he got a show Mixedish, and then he got the Grownish show. I mean, I get what they're saying. Basically, you're not seeing families like in the Bernie Mac show. You're not seeing a family like that, or a family like Good Times, that family, or a family like the Huxtables, Cosby Show. Right? All this melanin all over the place. You're not really seeing that. And I understand that's his experience, but Kenya has to also understand, if you know about the black experience, and we do need to kind of address some of these issues in media much as we can, possible. Because, like the white media loves to see lighter skin representation of black people, because the lighter that you are for a lot of white folks, they feel more comfortable with you. The darker you are, the more they don't really feel comfortable with you. And I've talked to black people, men and women, that would tell you that, yes, there is a slight light skin privilege in America. It is. Not to say it's a privilege like white folks got, but it gets them a little places that we can't get to too much as dark-skinned black people. But, hey, I'm the type of person, you can be against me all day. I have a mentality that nobody gonna keep me down. I don't care. You don't have to like me for my color. You don't have to like me for my personality. Nothing gonna keep me down. I can care less. You can reject me all day. I know I'm what I am. Matter of fact, when you reject me, that fuels me. I love when people reject me. I love when people say I can't do something because I'm black or whatever the case may be, because that's going to be the fuel that gets me going to show you and the rest of the world that you're wrong. But I get it. I get what they're saying 100%. And I even said to myself, let's say, you know what? Because that's one of my things that I want to do, eventually start doing shows like one day, right? And I would take that into consideration. I would take in consideration, okay, we need to make sure we have an accurate representation of a family. You know, because if I create a show, I wouldn't create a show like Kenya Barris. I want a show that is going to really represent the black community. You know what I'm saying? And yes, you need to have, you know, your dark brothers, your dark sisters. You need to have your medium tone. You need to have everybody represented. You know what I'm saying? Have the conscious brother in the show. Have the brother in the show that's the shucking and jiving, you know, them pipes. You know what I'm saying? Have the Muslim brother. Have the high fashion bougie people. You know, you should have everything represented that you may have in our community. Just have a well-rounded show, just to put that together. But I wouldn't call him. I wouldn't say he's quote unquote colorist. I wouldn't say it is based off of his life, and he's saying that's what it's based off of. I'm just saying that that's just kind of who he's married to. That's his family. I mean, you know, he's with them, and like I said, I don't know if his divorce was final or they called it off. I don't really know about that. I mean, of course, I don't like to see no families break apart. I mean, look, you with each other 20 years. Why are you even breaking apart? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? You know, you guys been together a long time. You have, you know, great children there. I've seen on the pictures, you know, but hey, I understand. I always tell people before you break apart, at least try to talk to somebody, get some counseling, because you invested all that time and energy and everything into a relationship. Do everything you can before you just throw in the towel. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the situation with Kenya Barris. I mean, do you agree that, hey, okay, it's his family. Okay, I get it. Or do you really going along the guise of, nah, he just got a colorism issue. He don't want to show dark-skinned black women or people. Let me know.